that
always,
play?
man. Okay, so you saw the good round on Saturday.
Yeah.
Um, Sunday morning, I had a really informal round with my girlfriend's dad.
Yeah.
Didn't warm up. We just went and played the up tees with them. So what worry. I didn't keep any stats, but I was already starting to get uncomfortable over the ball. And
Yeah.
with no warm up, I think I had some old swing stuff starting to creep in because I don't
Yeah.
think I worked into the mobility of being
Yeah.
able to stay down. And, anyways, played that day, wasn't very good. Went and picked up a replacement 2 iron at my club on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Went around just hitting it off the tee box to get an idea for yardages and forgiveness. My swing was still feeling sketchy. I felt uncomfortable over the ball. And then yesterday, same. I felt uncomfortable over the ball. I felt like my takeaway was really screwy and I just felt out of sequence.
Mhm.
So I think I might have got, when we did our little wedge lesson, we kind of keyed in on me not swaying off the ball as I kind of was, and I might have got a little too cognizant of that and worked it into the rest of my bag.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm overdoing or underdoing as far as that goes, because man, the driver's still filthy. Like that thing is setting me up all the time, and I'm not getting any dividends back off of it just because I feel uncomfortable over the ball with my
Okay.
irons.
We
So
can.
I got
Yeah.
wedged.
No, I'm interested. I'm interested to see what, if anything, changed or what's up.
Yeah, me too. So I just was working through hitting some wedges right now. So I figured maybe we could do some wedges, do some 7 irons, because I'm not sure that little left hip bump I was having to do while we
Yeah.
worked on the wedges. I don't know how much of that I still need in my longer clubs or any. I suspect I probably do. So we'll see.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little right. Path was 2.8 there, and the face was just open a bunch at almost 4.
2 more.
That was a good one. Might be a little left.
I'll go face on.
Path 2-4. Okay. You want one more and then face on?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. There'll be a little left. Path was pretty into out there at 4.
Normal wedge number?
I need to count on it going in the 35 region.
Okay.
And that one was 38 with that little pull. If something is out of spot here, you holler and I'll move you around.
Okay. No, you're good.
Yeah. When I'm setting up, I'm still doing this little left hip bump for everything. That ball's smoked.
It throws in transition. I need one more. It was good. I mean, the setup looked good. Like it looked like you're gonna get it flush.
That one was still so attack is still only 2.6 with this wedge. Path was 3.8.
Okay.
There's 130 carry. We didn't get any attacker path there. Smash was 125. But something about right now, that little, if I get this little off the ball, it's the time where I feel like I can load up and not get a whole bunch of, because I don't know, I got real conscious of where my head was going, but something about that little, getting that chest over that foot feels like a comfort thing right now.
Oh yeah, I mean it helps take out some tilts, which is good.
Because you remember, I used to underdo that. We had to work. I used to stay 2 days centered for a
No,
while.
yeah, I like where you are
Ago.
there. You're moving about half a head, which I think is totally fine.
Okay. That was Scoopy.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one thing today that I see more than I've seen in the past is it looks like it takes a long time for you to start transition. You know how like so if you watch this one, like the setup looks sensational. It just looks like it's like, okay, well, when is he starting? Now he's going. You know, where I feel like when you were flushing it, is remember it was like you felt like you were going there. You know, you're like starting sooner. Right now, it just looks like, and that sometimes comes with not being like a little bit uncertain of what's happening. Like, oh, is it this or is it this? Now it just looks like you're waiting, and then you go versus like wide and then go. You know, for you.
Yeah, and you've kind of you've kind of buttoned up the way I was feeling about it, because even yesterday, like after we did the wedge lesson and then I kind of played okay, I yesterday had to start on the course starting to try to mimic my 7-iron rippers, those half swings, just because I thought, because man, I missed somewhere the conviction in the swing. Like, dude, I was hitting some irons that were so crisp. But even one of the guys in our group went home, told his dad, who he golfed all the time, he's like, dude, Brian's irons were great. Like, I lost that conviction. I felt like everything was soft. I didn't know where everything was, and I couldn't get into the ball. Like, I didn't know where everything was. So just the way you said that, visually, what you saw, it was the way I was kind of feeling. Everything was very timid. I felt like I was going back to my old getting long and sloppy or something.
Yeah, that's what I saw. It just looked like I was like, oh, when is he going to go? You know, it never looked like, you know, 2 weeks ago, I felt like you're really dynamic early. Today it was like, you know, and then it just gets a little bit more floaty up here for you.
Agreed. Like when you played that back, man, I saw a lot of soft wrists up at the top with that wedge.
Yeah, and I just remember that lesson probably 2 ago before the wedges. You were like, "Oh, I'm just going." But after you played one like a good round, you're like, "I'm just going to here, and then I'm ripping it." You know, like just no risk to there, and I'm hitting it. And I thought that was the best it looked.
Yeah, I agree. I have been trying to key in all this last week since our last lesson. I've been trying to key back in, because even when I shot the 73, which was a good round that day, even my warm up was not very good. But I know for me, usually if I have a so-so to bad warm up, I tend to have a good round. It's when I have the really salty warm ups where I hardly ever play well.
No,
it's
I
really
know.
funny.
The bad warm up keeps you on edge, you know.
Yeah, but exactly what you just kind of saw, like that's what I was trying to find again. I thought, man, I've missed. So, like I said, I didn't know if it was that little pump that I've been getting off the ball that was helping me feel that. I don't know where it went, but it definitely drifted away quickly for some reason.
Perfect. Nice. That's going to change low point, it looks like.
Let's see.
Not overdone either.
Okay, I was gonna say that's gonna be a little left, but that's carry 141 and smash was 129.
Oh.
Path was Path was 5 into
Okay,
out
that's
though.
okay.
Okay.
2 more.
Just getting back to keeping everything just dead in front of me.
Yeah.
In front of my chest. There's 130, 133 carry. Path was 2. Smash was 123. I just hit it in the bottom of the head, but I wouldn't be dead out there.
Yeah, not overdone, but better. 2 more, and then I go back to down the line.
Okay. That was close to a hosel rocket.
I like the dynamics though. What's the attack go to?
Attack was still only down 2-2. Club speed 83. Path was 5.
Okay, let's see. Let's see down the line now with that motion.
Okay. I don't know if you know the relief I feel with having your eyes see those swings and kind of being able to capture how I felt about those. Like, I don't know how it got in there, but it did.
Well, I mean, I just listened to how you explained what was going on and what you felt, and then what's the old tendency. Obviously, we know the old tendencies, right? Just gets a little bit long and a little bit, and when you played your best, you were like, I'm here and I'm hitting, so it's just reminding you of those things that you did when you were doing really well with it,
because we started getting to where I was able to start to have a lot of conviction. Like, there was not a lot of question marks. Like, the searching got much less back here, and I just felt like I was able to go with a lot of conviction at the ball because I was just hitting some, I call them hiss balls,
Yeah.
Felt wristy. It felt shorter, but wristy.
Agreed.
It's like the elbow is still doing a better job of not flying as bad as it used to, but I'm starting to work in the soft wrist.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, don't you think that elbow looks like it's kind of staying in front of my rib cage a little tighter than how we used to know it?
Oh yeah, totally, man. I think that the head's getting a little dragged in that first move. Like, I'd be okay with, like, if I freeze it here, just a little bit less of memory, like this is very small, but right. See, I'm exaggerating. It's slightly like that way, like where the head's over here versus like when we do it good, it gets a little more there. So that's one other thing that might be making you delay.
I agree, and I kind of feel like I've kind of felt it getting away from me. So right when I've been getting about here, I've been feeling like, dude, this isn't yet in the right spot.
That little demo you just did was awesome, but
yeah, it's like, I mean, truth be told, I never perfected it. I always demoed it like a champ, but if we're being truthful with myself, I mean, I never killed it in an actual swing. I always still tended to have the club head out a little bit.
It moved though. It for sure moved. I thought there was one time there was a session when I looked and I'm like, I wouldn't change it, So that's like, in the sense of I felt like it was fine, and where it is now is fine. But just knowing your tendency, I would like to push it a little bit,
Yeah. Okay. Because the more I let it go, the more I'll probably drift back.
Yes.
Because the way I'm trying to picture this in my mind is not letting my left hand bury across my
See that,
chest.
what a nice demo that is.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to keep it just because I know I never stop here. It feels that way, but I know I never do. I'm just trying to keep it at arm's width, all while then not.
And I think your chest looks really good there too when you do it, like your chest
And
position. Yeah.
I think that's why I like that little bump away, because I felt like that bump away helped me stay more. You're
Yeah.
always wanting to keep me down. If when I stack it up a lot, that's when I feel like I start tipping.
Yeah, that's the trouble one. So a couple more. Nice.
Hazel.
I got that one. I just want to see the wrists. How's the lead side feeling?
It feels good. I felt a little stiff all the first half of today. I didn't do a full mobility work. I just here what I call some of my go-tos for the vault stuff.
Yeah, awesome. Show me a no wrist backswing and then a slightly left path.
Okay.
You can do it. You don't have to smash it. You can just do a soft one.
Right.
Yeah.
There's
nice job.
Path 01 to the left.
Look what that attack angle did.
I know. Yeah. See, and I kind of worried I started chaining some of this stuff together on us again, because I started wondering how much I was yanking down and not being able to stay wide and get turned and steep. Even the finish right there is able to finish higher hands like we've been desiring.
Oh, that was a great swing. I thought that was sort of the one. The thing that in my head, I'm like, okay, we got to watch that the pass not getting too into out. So when we're looking at delivery, okay, what the path was getting a little bit too into out. The attacking was getting a little bit too shallow. So just taking out the wrist, but with the same downswing pattern, it would just be, it gets a little risky with the toe hit or the heel hits. But then you go no wrist with rotation and getting the path better, then automatically to me, it's just going to make it easier to hit the middle, because that was a great swing right there.
Yeah, always coupling all those things together. It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's just tendencies, So we know your tendencies really well. We know what you did when you played good. And yeah, that's it, man. Awesome.
Chip a couple.
Nice.
Path 03, attack
Lovely.
down 5.
I'm very happy, man. That makes life so much easier for you. And you know what? I think it's, what sort of happened. You were playing great. You sort of tweaked something here. Well, that's not going to really encourage you to want to go, obviously. So then you started lengthening a bit, just trying to probably manage this. But then, shorter, no wrist, little fade feel. It's like right back to sweet, so.
I'm already starting to look forward to this afternoon's round.
Yeah, good.
But you know how it is. It's like, as we know, all my feels over exaggerated feels of throwing everything. Like, man, that stuff feels very difficult. Hey, are the junior program that you do, is that where you spend the bulk of your coaching time there locally with all the kids in the program?
I mean, it's a mix. We do about 15 hours a week every afternoon, Monday to Friday.
Is that right? Better attack path was a little
still
outy,
manageable.
Yes, very. Yeah. Stiff wrist, 3/4 swings. I gotta start bodying these again. And I think that's where I also have to watch myself. And I'm starting to wonder, last year when I worked so hard on, how I was able to recite those, what I know should be my carry distances on wedges. I also am not sure that the more wedge practice I do, that the lazier I don't get. Yeah. I think I nearly, like, what's easier than turning? Yeah. Not turning and getting my soft wrist. And I think if I overwork the soft wedges, I think I stop turning and I start just doing all this.
Yeah. You're not using that sort of body to help you generate that energy.
Yeah, I gotta figure out a better way to manage myself on practicing those. That's gonna be a pull, but I bet the path's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that swing a lot.
What's that still swing? Just
a little bit of that. That surprised me. Yeah. I thought it was going to be pretty neutral. It was good. Look at this, man.
Oh, I lost my ball. All right, hold on. I'm looking like an idiot chasing my golf ball around this place. All right, I'm back.
Can you see this? Okay. So this part, getting there right, not overdone. This is awesome. I mean, pretty awesome right there. You see it?
Yeah. Look how my hand path doesn't do my drastic redirect. Like, that's one of the few where my hand path kind of goes up and comes back down the same.
I know, it's so good right here. And then the handle's getting around almost, so we just lost it just a little right there, but there's a lot of good going on. I love that swing, actually, a lot.
Yeah, me too. And I was, the hardest thing, and I've even noticed it in some of your lessons, I think it's got to be hard for you to, when you tell people to try 150%, like, that was me, like, trying 50%. But dude, that's so close to 100%. It's like, yeah. I think some people just aren't good at perceiving effort level. It's like,
oh man, I do it every time.
It's like you start to know. It's like you start to know one gear. Like, I only know go. You know.
Yeah, and I think it's hard when you're looking at trying to do something slightly different. If you're going 100%, it's just your brain just knows, oh, this is 100%. This is what I do to hit the ball. So when you slow it down, then you're like, okay, actually, what am I trying to do to get better? So it's it's one of those ones. It's pretty common though. Most people, when they're trying to do soft ones, I say 50%, they do about 80, maybe 90.
Yeah, see, and I've noticed that. Like, I know in myself, when you've asked me to do that stuff, I know I always tend to go too hard. And then I noticed watching some of the other students, I thought, man, it must be so hard to, like, 50 is never 50. It's always like 90.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, that's why I say 50 and not 70, because I think 70 is still almost 100 for most. You know, it's like,
and even with the way that we're trying, how my drastic feels are, like I'm almost starting to ask myself, or I'm trying to picture a way I can build in. You know how like Alex Noren,
yeah,
that's his little super drastic, you know, and you're thinking, dude, that's looks crazy. But I'm wondering if I need to kind of for a while build in my own over exaggerated, you know, half stiff wristed body turn over the top, you know.
yeah, I mean, I like the stiff wrist rip feel, you know, like I think that's a good one. I wouldn't do a ton, you know, I don't want you to overwork those muscles, because in the real swing you won't be working them as hard, but I think it's a good one.
Yeah. And you know, even when you played that one back, what I kind of like, I think I'm getting a lot of the arm structure here soon, but I'm still just not trusting the club to get to and behind my hands early enough still. Like I'm
Yeah,
still, it's like
not
the arms
overdone.
folding up, but I still get there, you know?
Yeah.
So like that was supposed to be like an 80%er. And that would be missing my carry number by 10. Because earlier my club speed with the wedge, I had some at 83 and 84, and that's just 75.
Yeah, that was close. Let's see if we can just get that patch. Just keep chipping it to neutral for right now, because I know when you go outside, it's not going to be that, right? So
I know, I agree. That's gonna be a good path, but it's gonna be so left. It's just, well, even the path surprised me. I knew the face was dead shut.
Yeah, a couple more. Ooh, that one looked different.
Still surprising on path.
Yeah, I mean, that was on the edge of insane, though.
The structure was a little better at the top, like with the wrist.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
just more of it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit some stiff wristed, feeling like I'm coming to my left toe or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then we could do right arm under if we need to worry about the face. You know, we know that feeling.
That's right. I'm glad you said that too, because you know I tend to get this shoulder high and up on top. What do you? If I said something like, "Do I need to try to figure out a way or a feel to think about getting my elbow to beat the club to my side or down to the ball, like
maybe a little,
so that I can get
I think it's more dictated by where the club's going, and where it is halfway down. So let's just go your first feel that you're going to do there.
Okay. With the right elbow?
Yeah.
Or the feeling like I'm coming to my left toe?
Let's go left toe first.
Okay. Better path, face
Yeah,
to
good attack,
shut.
good pass.
Yeah.
Different. That release pattern was so different there.
Yeah, it was like I'm trying to swing across, but I gotta start feeling like the underneath sand shot almost.
Yes, yeah.
Which weirds me out to understand how to keep my launch down and keep forward shaft lean.
Yeah, there's an answer, but let's just go a couple more.
Okay. Left toe, left toe.
Oh, that's got to be close.
Yeah, I think I was gonna call just a close face, but look at the attack angle was.
Yeah, so
totally
if
different.
that attacking was a little less, that path would be a little bit more neutral. That hand position on the way down looked awesome.
Just on retracing its path from up to down.
Yeah.
Instead of.
Yeah, correct.
It's a bad strike, but curious to see the path. 1-2 and face a little more neutral. Nope.
Little floaty to me.
Okay. I tried to go back to full. That's why it went from 75 to 82 club speed.
I still like hit the left toe feel, you know.
Okay. I felt like I exited left.
Yeah, beautiful.
There's path 2.
There's our sort of, that's what we're looking for, that one.
I agree. Like even like when I exited, it felt like my hands were going a little more around.
Yeah.
And look, at the club speed, I mean, my carry was only 5 yards off my number.
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
It was like that's our honey hole right there. If we can recreate that with full speed.
Close.
It's gonna be left.
Yeah.
Better path.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that path. It was a little floaty. I think we lost the risk conditions a little bit when it loaded too much.
Okay. Not sure about the path, but it didn't feel floaty.
Oh, I would have loved to see that because the start line was so
I know. Good. Me too. So I felt at the top, I felt there like I was able to keep the club tighter in my fingers of my right hand.
Great.
Like able to cradle it a little stronger. Not the best, but I bet it plays.
On the edge, I think that's nice, you know, even that one, it wasn't perfect, but it's not 5 or 6 into out, you know?
Agreed. You want me to try? Do you want to see a couple 7-irons?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Or leave it here. We just got 10 minutes anyways. We'll do a quick review and then I'll have to run anyways.
Give me 5 more of these. Just give me 1 or 2 zeros and then we'll go 7, okay?
Okay. So striving for 0 means I got to strive for like 10 left.
Right now. Yeah. Lovely swing, man. All right, 7-iron.
0-6.
7-iron it is.
You want that now?
Yeah, well, you just did it. I just had to ask.
Hey, all I need was a challenge. I mean, It's easy, right?
You feel the commitment on that one?
Yes. Yeah. The trust is already starting to get back up.
Good.
See if I can't fat a couple first.
Oh, it's a sweet looking motion. Oh yeah, I love that. I know, like there's a lot of good going on right there.
Well, here's the other. So as yesterday, before the round, I put in my old set of irons. Dude, I was searching with them so bad. I'm so glad to see these back in front of me today. I can't even tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little scrapey. I'm getting around the course with that, but
yeah, on the edge, speed's good. I mean, those are, again, if we live with those numbers, we're not going to really do anything crazy, you know?
I agree. That's left.
I mean, the sound was great again.
Man, I don't have ball speed up today. I don't have it on there.
I mean, with a smash at 1.4, I'm sure it was pretty good. And Gary at 1.78. I guessed the spin. It guessed the spin, but
it did, didn't it? Yeah. After this one, I might get the ball speed back because you and I still have another new number.
Yes, sir.
That's fat.
Yeah, what's that attack? 1. So that's the one thing I'm looking at now is from
what I'm doing with the attack angle.
Yeah, I'm just seeing I mean, that left side could be sort of driving a little bit more. That left side down and back and the right side through a touch more. I just would love to see that attack angle. Like, you know, the soft wedges, we did a couple and it was like 7, you know, like right away.
Yeah.
When I see when I see it close to 1, it sort of scares me that you could hit a couple heavy.
Right. So stay wide and get across to my left toe.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, path was 1.7.
It was close. It was close. I mean, look at the speed number. That's sort of interesting.
Yeah, because because I should probably be able to find our little additional speed once I can totally clear out left, swinging left, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be way left. I bet the ball speed's good. 125.
I mean, that's pretty peppered, eh?
Yeah.
Like, I know it's pulled a little, but I'm like, again, path at 2, attack at 3.5. We're in the wheelhouse that we want to be in.
It's like all those numbers, that motion, but getting that right ear and shoulder down so I can get that face to not be free closed.
Yeah.
That's chunky.
Oh, there's a lot of good in it too. Tack 3. I mean, close, man.
Path was 1.4. I think, well, if nothing else, Tyler, leaving here today, like my peace of mind is already incrementally coming back. Like awesome. I'm feeling better structure and a little more commitment to be able to turn through the ball.
Yeah, the dynamics are better, and it looks like you got a clear intent, which is always a good thing.
Toe, but I bet it's straight toe.
Yeah, man. Lovely. Give me a couple more and then we'll summarize this stuff for you.
Okay. Let me attempt to mimic, like, I'll try to hit you cuts, which I don't do, but let me see if I can. That's the feel on my channel for a bit. Creepy, but straight. And now the path was neutral, but my attack was poor.
Lots of good still. Just out of interest, I want to see maybe just a touch. So here's the dress. I mean, I've been looking at it a little bit. So, I mean, there's a lot of.
You want me to get closer?
Well, I think the bends, like, it looks just a little bit like you're actually like sort of like this. I wouldn't mind if this is a little bit more relaxed and over, just a little bit. Okay. Just a little bit. Can't tell if you're slightly on your toes there at address.
I'm probably a little bit ball side for sure. The ball's on my feet. Does that look any different?
Not that much. There, like, it's not. You could do more. Add some ankles and knees. Sorry, flex. There you go. That looks better. Nice swing.
Great.
You want to see what that looked like, just setup wise?
Yeah. I felt way close down to the ball. I felt pitched over. Yeah, I mean, it looks visually, it looks
great, right?
Same.
Yeah. That one looks, to me, it just looks a little bit more like you're not going to have to work through it because your bends are just a bit better, you know, just a bit.
Okay, so a touch more from the hips and a touch more from the knees.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Well, pretty path and face.
Pretty good, yeah.
All right, let's do 2 more.
Okay. Nice, man.
There's a tattoo. This is interesting. Those last 2 just feeling more settled to the ball, which I gotta admit doesn't feel the best. The path there was more neutral, as was the previous one.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, man, because I look at it, I was like, oh, it looks so much more natural, and you feel, oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, I feel close. Like, I know I've not changed much, but I feel closer.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Fat City, and I don't mean my body.
Still good.
I bet that got a little risky at the top. Not the worst. Last one, boss.
Yeah. Nice work, man. Awesome.
Another look, attack 1, face 09. That might be the best I can do today. And so, yeah, dude, I felt tipped over and close, like a little uncomfortable, but my path got real neutral.
Yeah, that's this, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like nothing, but it felt like a lot.
Yeah, it's I mean, that's much better. I think even this one, where's my favorite one? This was, I think, my favorite here. We had a little more knees there. See one thing.
Okay, let me ask you this: through the bag, then when I go out today, through the bag a little more. Okay.
I mean, driver's on a tee, but yeah, I mean, it's not going to hurt you. Like, this looks pretty natural. Like, it doesn't look like your bends are crazy. Just before, we're starting to look a little stiff leg and a little bit vertical here, which would factor into attack angle a little bit. So.